So it's finally time for that, what I promised in the last video. I'm going to start doing my retro pickups. I realize it's a little late, especially with since this will probably end up going up on Saturday. I've been kind of busy on Friday today, guys, I'm sorry. So, like I said, we're going to start doing my pickups for the week. And it'll actually be for the past 2 weeks, technically, just because last time was just me really starting off on certain things. I just wanted a little bit more for this time around. So first thing's actually not going to be retro, it's actually going to be kind of new. So the first thing is actually going to be an amiibo. This is the Zelda Link's Awakening amiibo. I don't really collect amiibos that much. There's certain ones I have picked up, like I picked up a Japanese Rockman, as well as most of the Shovel Knight collection. I'm really happy about those. I really wanted this Link though. I have one other Zelda one, it's for Twilight Princess on Wii U. But this one I was really interested in just because of he just looks so beautiful. I love how he looks. And the funny thing is, whenever I picked him up, I initially had thought that he was the Japanese exclusive type deal, where it was different text and everything. But thankfully, this little guy taught me that that's no longer a thing. I had no idea. But I'm still super happy to get him. I love the packaging, and he's just going to go right up on the wall, right beside my Zelda accessory for the Wii, where it was a sword and shield. Kind of hard to find, but maybe I'll show you. So next up here, we've actually got all the games that I've actually picked up for the past 2 weeks. Now, there's really no particular order here. It's just, how I've picked them up, really. So, starting things off is Yu-Gi-Oh! The False-Bound Kingdom. This is a game that I knew a little bit about whenever I first got it. I am a bit of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan myself. I don't really play the newer stuff. I like the old school stuff, where you can still use Monster Reborn and all that. But, yeah. I picked this up super cheap from a local game exchange, and that's where most of these came from, is Game Exchange, as well as a local retro store as well called TF Games. Really awesome store, really awesome people. If you're ever in the Kentucky area, try to stop by there. Really cool guys. They will help you out. As I mentioned before, with each of my games though, I want to make sure that they're all the black label, that they all have their manual, at least. I don't really care if they have the health and safety instructions or whatever it is that come with that. I honestly can't remember. I know one of them actually does come with that. But yeah, for about $7 or $8, I'm super happy with this. It's just another to mark off the list. So next up is actually a preview disc. This is something that I've been wanting to actually get for a while for the GameCube, just because of the fact that, for whatever reason, when it came to preview discs, it's just something that's so interesting to me that you could publicly get this. I picked this up for about $6, not super expensive, but this is the specific one that I actually wanted. Just because it came with Beautiful Joe, Sonic Adventure DX, Billy Hatcher, it did previews of F-Zero GX, Zelda Wind Waker, Star Wars Rebel Strike, Rogue Squadron 3, Soul Calibur. Really awesome lineup on this. And I mean, there's a couple others that, I might get eventually. Haven't really decided yet, but I'm also really happy with this, This is something that will probably end up going in a kiosk if I ever get one. I hope I do. Next up is actually two of the same game that I'll explain in a second. That's Top Gun. So the biggest difference with these is the fact that Mastiff as well as Titus did these. There's really no difference. It's the exact same game, just different cover art, different looking discs. I believe it's the Mastiff one that's just black and white, and Titus one has, a little bit of extra art on the disc. There's really no difference at all, just different logo, as well as different style on the case. Still cool, I really didn't know about this until I watched John Hancock's video where he showed off his GameCube collection. He pointed that out, and I was like, alright, I guess I gotta get both versions. And that is something you might see here and there, is I will get a few multiple versions. I plan on getting a couple different versions of Resident Evil 4, for example, just because I want the steel case. The next up is a game that I wasn't too excited about getting, just because I know it didn't have the biggest release, I know it really wasn't the greatest game, and that's Reign of Fire. I personally haven't played this yet, but I know it's not that great. But I'm still super happy to get it. You know, it's just another mark off the list. Did come with case and manual, obviously, as well as the disc. I don't know why I wouldn't. But yeah. You'll notice that some of these still look a little grungy. I still have to clean them up a bit, but they'll be cleaned up, put away. Next up is actually a game that I technically have, but I didn't have it for the GameCube. I have every other version of this game. I even pre-ordered it whenever it was being re-released. Just so that way I could get something special with it. That game is Twilight Princess. For whatever reason, I did not have this on my GameCube. My local game store happened to actually get just the disc starting off, and they had all the other bits to go with it in the back. And I was very grateful because, like, for whatever reason, anytime I saw this game, I wouldn't pick it up. But here lately, I've been trying to find it. I couldn't find it until recently, and I'm very happy about it. But I love this game. I love everything about it. I love the cover. It's just beautiful. It's like I said, you know, I have both the Wii and the Wii U version. The Wii U version, if you pre-ordered it, did come with the amiibo as well. And it's currently sitting on my little shelf over here. Looks beautiful. So the next game is actually Donkey Konga 2. I have the first one, but not in case or with manual. But for real cheap, I picked this up, and I love the first game. I love Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. I love using the bongos. It's so much fun. If you haven't checked out any of the series, I really suggest it. It's honestly so much fun, especially if you play it with the bongos. Next, I picked up Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. Sadly, I don't have the pad or the box. Eventually, though, for sure. I really just wanted to pick this up just that way I had something else to add to the collection. Just because, like, I didn't want to pick up another a sports game right now. I really don't want to start doing that just yet. Here and there, yeah, for sure, but for now, I'll stick with, like, the main titles for the moment. Now, for the last GameCube game I bought, this was one that I waited about a week for till I got paid again to pick it up, just because I really didn't feel comfortable spending the money on it just yet. That would be Zelda 4 Swords. This is honestly a game that I saw so much growing up in a big box that came with a Game Boy adapter to where you hook it up to your GameCube and everything. And I want to say there were some releases that also came with a t-shirt. It was like a limited edition type deal. And I had the shirt at one point. I don't know where it went. But yeah, I do plan on picking up the box for this at some point, or even just getting a reproduction made for it. Because that's how I remember it, you know? With certain games, I am willing to do reproduction parts for, you know, like the box. I understand if somebody doesn't sell it individually, that's fine. You know, I'll still pick up a reproduction of it, pick up an advanced cable, and be happy. Now, for the last thing I picked up, I'm in the middle of nowhere, really, in the States. I'm actually in Kentucky, and around my area, we really don't get that much. But, for whatever reason, I ended up finding a couple of European games in my local game exchange. Didn't expect it, but for whatever reason they've been popping up as mainly Mega Drive, Mega CD, all those. But here recently I actually found Power Region and Super Nintendo games. I was also really happy to find these. Just because, you know, these are the first PAL games I ever bought for the Super Nintendo. I did buy those Mega Drive games I was telling you about. I've actually got their cases hung up right now. But it's honestly a shame. I would love to be able to find more of these. Like, because I mean, Asterix and Obelix, I'm at least familiar with their characters. I'm not 100% sure who they are, but I at least do know to a degree who they are. But yeah, I was also really excited though, because first PAL games I ever got. Shoot. I'm not gonna complain. I mean, I can understand as to why, you know, you don't really see these pop up in too many game stores, especially if it's somebody that knows what they have, because more than likely they at least know that if you have the games, you need the system to go with it, or at least have a modded system for it. And sadly, with PAL games, most of the time, especially Super Nintendo, you can't even mod it very well to begin with, like you can with the Famicom cards. All you have to do then is just cut out some pegs and you're good. With the PAL, you actually have to, you know, open up the system and actually take some time to to do a mod for it to be region free. And at that point, it's like, personally, I actually play these on my Superboy. I'm really happy I got that system, honestly, just because I get to play these. It makes me super happy. But I mean, for $7, I'm not going to complain. You know, especially if they're not the greatest. I personally haven't been able to play these very much. I haven't actually been able to play any of these games since I got them, just because I've been super busy. So yeah. But that's actually it for my pickups this week, guys. Now I get to take some time, mark off all the games I got this week. Super happy. Picked up 9 games. Yeah. Picked up 9 games this week. That's 9 more off the list.
Ah, shit, I already did these ones. Dang it. That's not right, but hey, whatever. Oh man, I did bring a fire too. Yeah, some of the ones I actually got were already done. Sorry. Yeah, see, I even gave Top Gun 2 check marks. Just say I got both versions. And then, of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! The yellow highlighters just say that it's player's choice. And I actually forgot to do the best part.
So hopefully next video, guys, will actually be talking about a portable again. I do have some news I want to talk about when it comes to portables. I have a few things I want to show off. But most importantly, you know, next time whenever I go out to the store, I'll actually take y'all with me. Show you what all I see, what all's good. And yeah, I think we'll enjoy that quite a bit. So guys, let's, I think that's the end of this. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and take care.